And now, ladies and gentlemen, we go to a very special attraction bout. These are the big boys of boxing in the heavyweight division. Scheduled for 6 rounds or less, sponsored by Vito's Hoagie Shop in the heart of South Philly. And when the bell rings, the man controlling the action, Sean Clark, introducing the principals. First, fighting out the blue corner, he's wearing a black, red, and gold trunks. He weighed in at a physically imposing 283.5 pounds. His winning professional record stands at 8 victories, 6 defeats, 2 draws with 5 KOs to his credit. And he's a tough Tar Heel from Tobacco Road. Hailing from the capital city, Raleigh, North Carolina, here is Joel Quiet Storm Caudle. And his opponent fighting out the red corner, he's wearing the black trunks. He weighed in at an athletic 227.25 pounds, undefeated as a pro, 3-0 with 2 KOs. Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from the Big Apple, here's Rob Sabbagh, a.k.a. Rob from Brooklyn. Sean Clark with the final instructions.
Y'all have your instructions in the dressing room. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Touch them up.
6 rounds or less, heavyweights.
So Caudle, as I mentioned, came in at 283. 31 years of age from North Carolina.
I'm telling you, man.
He'll step up. Listen, he's a blue-collar fighter. He'll step up. He'll fight anyone out there.
Some of these big
Black
guys,
trunks.
man, they got it.
Sabbagh, 3-0 from Brooklyn, New York. In the blue trunks. Black and blue, I should say. Yeah, we'll call it purple. Why not? Shorter trunks. A couple of debuting opponents that he was able to dispatch.
A little filling out. Filling out just a little bit. Not for Caudle, though.
No, he's letting his hands going, rightfully so. I'll say this, though. He's fought George Adias, Sharif Delgado, Cassius Chaney, Sonny Conto. They all had a combined record of 39-0, so he'll get in there. And he'll mix it up. He'll scrap it up a little bit.
He's got some experience behind him. He's eating some shots, though, cleanly.
Body shot by Caudle. Good right uppercut.
But he continues to fight the fight that he needs to fight. Stay on the inside. Keep going in and pressing.
Another body shot. Sabbagh just missed with that overhand right. Caudle trying to measure up that right hand.
I don't know. Do you go to Caudle's body? You know.
I mean, you would want to attack it, but the problem is you might be in line for a right hand right down the boulevard, and that might be it. I mean, I see a fighter like this. Sure, I want to go where the midsection, with respect, is soft, but I also got to be wary of that right hand.
Those straight shots were working for Sabbagh. I'd like to just see him continue. He throw 1-2-1 straight down the middle. Boom, boom,
yep,
boom.
move around. Yep, just peck him a little bit.
He's not as active as I mean, these are the heavyweights, though. Here we go. Let me calm down.
Well, the one thing is, we've seen some jabs thrown in there, which you rarely see.
Right.
From heavyweights. I mean, they're trying to mix it up a little bit, but you're right. I mean, it's typically one shot. Let me try to get this guy out of there. Good combination up top. Good body shot. As you mentioned, work the midsection a little bit.
Work it.
That's what Sabbagh is doing. Under 30 to go. Opening round.
We'll see if Caudle slows down a bit. I mean, he's pushing his foot on the gas this first round. Like I said, I mean, what else could he do? I mean, hey, I'm gonna stay in your chest. I'm gonna stay in your chest, stay in your face, smother you, overwhelm you. Just even being there is overwhelming. You being present right in front of him. It's
sure.
Like,
with that size, are you kidding? Absolutely.
Right. And he's walking him down good. So. Yep. We'll see what Sabbagh has. We'll see what Sabbah's corner tells him.
And here's the thing, and not to overstate it, Sabbagh Cleveland Billingsby in August. That was a unanimous decision. Couldn't get him out of there. But then his 2 other fights, which were knockouts, were against debuting fighters, including his pro debut. So I say that to say this. You're taking on a guy that's had a handful of fights. That's just not going to go down. We mentioned who he's fought: Edius, Delgado, Cheney, Conto, the 39-0 combined mark. So that's telling you that Caudle, you can't coddle him. You got to go after him.
I mean, he's a veteran. He's been in there. He's seen some stuff. He's grown. He's grown. He's gathered some tricks. He knows himself a little bit more than Sabbagh does in his ring. So, interesting matchup.
So we get set for round number 2. I mean, if you're Sabbagh, I kind of adhered to your advice. Kind of keep it in the center of the ring. You don't want to get in harm's way, but peck a little bit, get the jab going, pick and choose your spots, get in and get out.
Right. I mean, we have a few rounds, so it's basically pick, like you said, pick shots straight down the middle. What's worked for us in the first round was those straight shots. Just turn it up a little bit. I know we guys are heavyweights, but that's no excuse. You should be working. Now we have Caudle's. His jab is looking pretty sharp. He's confident. He's more confident. And you have a problem. Now we have a problem. Now you have the guy, the veteran with the losing record, confident,
And you can see the demeanor on his face, too. He's, nicknamed Quiet Storm. He's got some quiet confidence right now, grinning a little bit, showboating, having a little fun. But more importantly, to your point, getting the jab out there, getting the left. You just get the sense he's just trying to time a right hand.
I mean, who do you give these rounds to? I mean, you see Sabbagh, he's landing a couple jabs here and there, but Caudle is not phased. He's moving forward and he's trying to make it happen. Sabbagh looks hesitant. He looks hesitant to throw punches. He's throwing way more than he did in the first round, though. So let's continue on.
You think he's respecting the power of Caudle?
I don't know. The look on his face is like, oh man, whoa.
Well, maybe he expected. I mean, I can't speak to it, but maybe he expected to get him out of here in the first round.
I don't think he did because he didn't throw that many punches.
Well, that's true. That's true. Maybe that was the mindset, and then realizing after 1 round, I'm gonna have to put him work.
Like, bruh, I ain't go to the gym last week on Wednesday. Those little things, those little type of situations happen in the fighter's mind in the fight. Like, man, I missed 2 days last week. Never me though. I mean,
well, that's the thing, right? There are the exceptions to the rule.
I mean, I'd like to see Sabbagh try different stuff. Or not even just stuff. Let me put it like this: just work what worked in the first round. Keep working it. Straight shots. He was using it here a bit. Straight shots.
But see, even right there, why not try to touch up the body a little bit?
I think he's a little concerned. And you should be concerned, but concerned to a point of good shots.
See, that's the thing. Caudle just keeps coming forward, right? Eating a lot of those punches.
It's like nothing on it. He's kind of just like bullying him with just being in front of him.
Now you take it a step further. How do you score rounds like this?
Right.
Because there's, we always talk about the ebb and flow of a round, but yet this has been very sporadic at times.
Yeah, I think Sabbagh's going to get this round because of the cleaner shots, But if you have those other type judges that, hey man, I love a fighter that walks forward and he's pressing the fight, he's making him fight, and hey, Caudle gets the round. Yeah, Sabbagh seems like he's concerned about getting hit.
That's probably the last thing you want to be concerned about when you're in the ring.
Exactly. I mean, you want to be concerned. There's a level of concern for getting hit in boxing.
Right.
But, hey, you can't be concerned about it. You're a fighter. That's going to happen, bro.
Right.
Then we go. Caudle throws a 1-2 and then back downstairs. But he gets caught with the
That was a great right up top.
From Sabbagh,
Yeah.
So it's like that was the best flurry. That was the best punch sequence for Sabbagh that round.
Yeah.
I mean, does the judge give Sabbagh the round for that? Or does the judge give Caudle the round for pressing?
Yeah, these kind of fights, like I said, it just might be a 20 to 30 second flurry, maybe in the mid or latter stages of the fight. The way this is being played out, that might tilt it in the favor of one fighter over the other. But if you're Sabbagh, as you mentioned, just keep it Right, keep it simple, right? Kind of the theme of what we talked about thus far throughout the telecast early on with some of these fights, right? I mean, right now, right? Get on that jab. Set the tone for round number 3.
Somebody, you know. I mean, really, Sabbagh. I mean, he's undefeated. He should be going to work, you know. I mean, unless he has this snappy knockout power, which I haven't really seen. You know, I haven't seen signs of that. Good shot. Good shot by Sabbagh, but then Caudle comes back with a combination of flurry, more pressing, and more punching. He's outworking Sabbagh.
Yeah, I think there's this aspect in this fight. There's this mental block right now with Sabbagh where, and again, I believe I'm not going to say he's afraid to get inside, but I think he's very tentative because he might get caught with that right hand, and I think we're seeing it kind of play out because his best exchange was he was up against the ropes in mid stages, Steve, in that second round when he caught him with that counter right up top. Other than that, he really hasn't been able to go up top, and he really hasn't had a ton of exchanges, like in the phone booth, so to speak. So, listen, this is just me. I can be totally off base, but I think there's an element where, you know, he's weary of Caudle's right hand.
I think so too. I mean, listen, I'm a fighter, and we go off of body language. I'm looking at Sabbagh's body language. I'm looking at his facial expression. He's concerned.
And that can change with one punch if he catches Caudle's guard down. But right now, to a man, as you watch this, you're saying, all right, guess what? Joe Caudle is the more active fighter. Now, I don't know how much, if I'm really saying something outlandish, now you need
you're not.
Sabbagh take the round back.
You're not. I mean, Caudle, in my book, in my world of judging, Caudle gets every round so far because he's been working. He's been pressing. Sabbagh is fighting off the back leg, and it's not a boxing off the back leg. It's I'm responding.
I'm retreating.
Exactly. I'm responding to the forward efforts
Great
of
point.
Caudle. Not I'm setting him up. I'm trying to get out of there and stay out of there.
As opposed to Caudle going forward.
Right. Like this. He moved 2 spots. Listen, I had this thing with my sons, my amateurs that I train. You got 4 seconds to do something. In between an exchange, you got 4 seconds to punch.
Yep.
Or slip a punch and counter. You have 4 seconds. There's too much time going on for Sabbagh. There's too many punches thrown by Caudle for Sabbagh to not have thrown a punch yet.
Yes.
It's like, dude, you're a fighter. Wait, yo.
Right. Wake up.
Paying to
come
see
back.
You fight.
Yep.
Fight, bro.
Yeah. Could be an off night thus far.
Could be, and that happens to fighters, you know. But that, I'm saying but a lot tonight, that shows the difference between the upper echelon of fighters and the fighters under them. Because when you have a bad night, I've had a few bad nights, and I had to suck it the hell up.
Right.
Dig.
Right. I mean, does that look? Is that the body language of a fighter that you think is uncertain right now?
Yeah, something's up. I mean, something's up. I never saw Sabbagh fight. I haven't seen him in the gym. So, but the look on his face and his body language, something could be up. He could have come in with an injury, you know. And look at his body language.
He's not even paying attention to his corner. Yeah. You never know. You never want to speculate.
Never want to speculate. So I'm giving him options. You know, I'm giving him ways out.
Benefit of the doubt.
I'm giving him giving him other ways out, options. You know?
Yeah.
He could have an injury. He could not have went to the gym a couple weeks. You know, who knows? But you're in the ring, bro.
And it's not. And also, too, to be fair, it's not to also take away from what Joe Caudle is doing.
Right.
Because he's taking advantage of this.
Right.
He sees this guy's giving no resistance. He's not really fighting back. Let me just keep going forward and let me bank some of these rounds.
Look, you just hit a guy with a 3-punch combination cleanly. Boom, boom, boom.
Didn't fludge.
And he smiles at you and comes back with more punches.
Yep.
That's the meaning to your steam right there, you know. And Caudle's in there just enjoying himself. This is like a sparring session to Caudle. There has been nothing thrown from Sabbagh, even including that combination that made Caudle spit. There has been nothing thrown that would make Caudle be worried.
No, and you could go back and watch fight. He didn't get tagged at all this fight, but it has been a culmination of Caudle going forward at some of his shots, and now it just looks like for a moment Sabbagh is trying to work the bag a little bit, right?
Yep.
Not really putting forth the combinations and the effort that he should be. He's a talented and skilled fighter, and it could just be an off night.
That's highly possible. But you have Caudle just having fun. It's like he's playing a video game or something. And saluting the crowd. Come on, bro. It's disrespectful. At some point, the undefeated fighter,
has to turn around and say enough is enough.
Enough is enough. It's step up time. I got to press this gas. I got to step my foot on the gas.
Yep. That's what we talk about, having that good dog in you, not the bad dog. The bad dog rolls over, doesn't want to live to fight another day. The good dog comes out and he's like, all right, enough is enough. Playtime's over. Sabbagh black and purple trunks. Comes in 3-0, 2 knockouts, looking for his 4th win. Having a rough go of it tonight against the grizzled vet, and Joe Caudle, who's been coming forward all night long and just banking these rounds.
Yeah, you think he switched? Yeah, he switched position. He switched foot stance to southpaw now. Caudle's just enjoying himself. It's just, I don't understand. Hey, listen, Caudle should win these rounds. Even though Sabbagh's landing a couple clean shots. Even though Sabbagh landed some shots, I give every round to Caudle,
I have a clean sweep thus far.
Yeah, indeed. It's nothing crazy.
So we take a look at Johnson's great performance that we saw.
All right,
now we take a look at Caudle and Sabbagh.
Okay, then we got shots by Johnson again. So we have Sabbagh here just laying around. It's like he's lackadaisical. This is not needed in a fight, especially as heavyweights. We understand you guys are big, but you gotta work, especially at this level. Also,
what? So you're his winner right now, and you saw the body language. You've seen, and I'm watching right now because I have a good view from where we are. It seems as though his corner is trying to get a little acknowledgement from him. But again, you see kind of the moving around. I'm looking to see.
He's looking
behind.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, listen, you're not going to do that to me while I'm coaching. I'm out of there. You ain't listening? You want to look off? Hey, bro, coach yourself. It's a waste of time. Sabbagh isn't there.
Listen, he might be hurt. I don't know. He might be hurt, but I get the sense his corner's going to.
They're stopping.
I think the kid's hurt, and like I said, you don't want to pile on him, but the body language wasn't there.
It wasn't there.
And I saw that he was not acknowledging his corner, his trainer at all, and you just got the sense that they said, let's just live to fight another day.
It's the same, now the body language from the coach last round, it seemed he was like, bro.
Well, he was imploring him. You got to fight. You got to show me something.
Like, you got to show me something or I'm throwing in the towel. This is done. And hey, 3-0, you're losing to a veteran with a losing record. Come on, man. We got to do something. Next fight, man, should be a step up. We should see a step up in Sabbagh, or maybe he's going to have a record like Caudle.
Ladies and gentlemen, up on the advice of the red corner, the referee calls a halt to the bout. It goes into the record books as TKO at the end of the 4th round. The winner, the Quiet Storm, Joel Caudle.
Hey, what I tell
Let's
you
hear
about
for
this big
Bear
guy.
Game Robert Sabbagh as well.
Don't underestimate the big heavy guys, man. Some of them can move and work.
He took advantage of an opponent that wasn't putting up any resistance, and he got a nice win on his resume, and deservingly so. We'll wait until they get those gloves off, then we'll throw it inside the ring to our Mark Abrams. We'll get a couple moments with the victorious Joe Caudle.
We're here with our winner, Joel Caudle. Joel, after the disappointing loss to Conto, who's actually sitting in the front row here. Sonny's right there. After the last fight, you guys give yourself some respect. Was it coming back fighting another undefeated guy?
I didn't really care about that. He's kind of green, so I respect he's undefeated, but you jumped out too early, bro. Just keep working, you won't get there. I fight prospect. That's a prospect that you won't get there. But it felt good to finally get a win in Philly. This is like my second home. I trained here at the Lawyer Boys. Shout out to Lawyer Boys. But I done fought 4 times here. The first time fight getting a win. I got a draw, 2 losses. The fight got a win. So I feel good, man.
What's it say? Like what's inside you? You know, you suffered some setbacks, but you keep on coming back and putting on great performances. And like you said, this time you came through with the victory.
I'm gonna keep coming because I'm a natural showman. I'm a natural fighter. Like Ronnie would tell you, I'll be like, yo, I'm done with this, but something in me, I can't stop fighting. This is what I do. It's who I am. I woke up off the couch and we fought. I didn't train like I was supposed to. I'm not trying to disrupt the sport or nothing like that. But I was working 17-hour days. I said, sign a contract, I'm coming.
Well, you're one of those guys, like you said, have fight, will travel, will be in the ring. Congratulations, great performance. Your winner, Joel Caudle. Back to Rich and Steve USS Cunningham.
All right, thank you, Mark Abrams. So Sabbagh falls to 3-1, suffers his first pro loss. You don't want to take anything away from Caudle, who got the win. Good for him. He was itching to get a win in Philadelphia. He got a win in Philadelphia, so congratulations to that. And I'll say this, you never want to pile on a fighter. I think there was just an issue. Sabbagh's game was off. Maybe he wasn't mentally into it, but you know this being a world-class champ. If your heart's not into it, if you have an off night, that's one thing. But if it starts to become a trend, you might want to reconsider.
Right, reconsider careers. I mean, listen, I believe Sabbagh's coach knew what was going on.
I believe that as well.
He checked him. Hey, are you cool? And hey, next round, man, if you don't look good, I'm getting you out of there. And he got him out of there. You know, that's a good coach.